America in the 1940s? War. The hum of factories, the rush of people in the streets. Every family is looking for a way to help the front. Men march off to service, women work in hospitals and factories. But even dogs, loyal companions of humankind, find a way to serve their country. This is the beginning of an extraordinary story, the War Dog Fund. It was the era of total mobilization. Newspapers shouted, "Everyone must help." Some knitted socks for soldiers, others collected scrap metal or bought war bonds. The idea of military dogs seemed natural. If people fight, let their animals help too. And soon, dogs would become an official part of the nation's defense. It all began with one man, James M. Austin of Old Westbury, New York. He was the proud owner of a world-famous smooth-haired fox terrier named Nornay Sadler, a show champion who had won more cups than Austin could count. But as the country went to war, Austin decided that even dogs unfit for service should be able to help symbolically. Every pet could become a soldier in spirit. Thus, the War Dog Fund was born, a charitable project allowing every dog to enlist. Owners made donations and their pets received honorary ranks. Private, sergeant, lieutenant, colonel, general. $1 made a private, 5 a sergeant, 10 a lieutenant, and $100 turned a household pet into a general. Each dog received a certificate, a metal tag, and sometimes a collar insignia. The fund's headquarters stood proudly at 250 Park Avenue in New York City. All proceeds went to the organization Dogs for Defense, a network of breeders, veterinarians, and volunteers training real military dogs. Each dog required about $11 to process, vet check, food, and transport. The U.S. Army set an ambitious goal to train 200,000 dogs for service. In the first months, the fund brought in around $500 a day, a remarkable amount for the time. Within a few months, over 8,000 dogs had been enlisted. For their owners, this was not just charity. It was pride, participation, and purpose. Austin wrote, "Even if your dog isn't on the front line, he stands behind a soldier." Soon the rolls of the fund included 74 generals and admirals. Among them, a Doberman, a Pekingese, and even a Chihuahua. Curiously, generals outnumbered admirals 11-1, perhaps because most Americans saw their dogs as soldiers, not sailors. Nornay Sadler himself held the title of General Number 1. The letters sent to the fund were touching and sometimes humorous. One man wrote, "My dog growls if you don't call him Sergeant." Another said, "Now no one dares to sneer at us." For many, the fund became a moral anchor, a way to feel that even at home, they were part of something greater. Meanwhile, Dogs for Defense was hard at work. Training camps were set up across America, in Maryland, New Jersey, and California. Dogs learned to guard warehouses, patrol airfields, and carry messages through rough terrain. Dobermans, German Shepherds, Collies, each breed had its special mission. It was the birth of the U.S. Army's K-9 Corps. In the Pacific Theater, war dogs served with the U.S. Marines. On the Solomon Islands, when heavy tropical rain silenced the radios, dogs became livid messengers. Racing through mud and jungle, They delivered orders, carried medicine, and found wounded soldiers. Reports claimed a man and a dog together equal 8 centuries. The most common breeds were Dobermans, about 75%, and German Shepherds, around 25%. They could work for hours, detect movement or scent at great distances, and react instantly to danger. Their endurance impressed even the trainers. American families eagerly volunteered their pets. It was a sacrifice, but one made with love and patriotism. The government promised to return the dogs home after the war, and many were indeed reunited. The returning soldiers on 4 legs were welcomed as heroes, some wearing little medals on their collars. The War Dog Fund soon became a symbol of unity. It reminded citizens that everyone could serve through work, compassion, or contribution. Dogs became living emblems of hope. Even the White House pets took part in patriotic photo campaigns to inspire the nation. The fund's impact was real. The money collected paid for training camps, transportation, and veterinary care. Many trained dogs later joined police and rescue services, forming the foundation of modern K9 units that still serve today. The legacy began with civilian compassion during wartime. Not only America used dogs, Britain trained them to carry messages under fire, France used them as medical assistants, and Soviet handlers deployed mine-detecting dogs on the Eastern Front. Even Japan employed German-trained dogs in the jungles of Malaya. For the first time, dogs were recognized worldwide as true soldiers.